Okay, shall we pray? We give you thanks, our dear God, for this wonderful afternoon that you have given unto us. May you bless each and every one who's inside this Zoom meeting as we begin with the first day of our virtual training on navigating my soul as a student teacher. It is indeed a wonderful opportunity for us, dear Lord, to have this kind of training as most of us have started already our practice teaching in our respective assigned institutions. Now we entrust everything unto you, our God, and may you continue to guide and bless us, especially our trainers as well. We give you all back the glory, honor, and praise through Christ our Lord. Amen.
Good afternoon, everyone. On behalf of Dr. Elby Nasvik, I would like to welcome all of us to this second series of trainings. The first series of trainings, Fridays with CELTA, which ran from September 17 to October 22, 6 sessions, was very well received. I just read your comments, and we are glad that CELTA and the College of Education is able to support your development and growth in the profession. This series of trainings will have 2 sessions, that is today, and we have a second session tomorrow at 1 to 4 o'clock. And I would like to welcome all of us who are here, and we hope that you appreciate the effort and the initiative of mySOUL to walk us through and help us navigate through mySOUL as student teachers. At this point, allow me to introduce our speakers. So we have 2 speaker facilitators for our training. The first is the information and quality support of SOUL team. She leads in that area, and she also teaches in the EdTech program. And so I would like to introduce to you Ma'am Alfie Kinamot Arcelo, who will also introduce our second speaker, Sir Fredly Bukog. Ma'am Alfie.
Thank you very much, Dr. Bunyor. Okay, so I'm glad to see everyone here, especially because a majority of them actually journeyed with us since the beginning of Soul. No, so um, for this afternoon, well, I'm welcoming everyone because I know everyone is already used to being student users of Soul. So I welcome everyone to the other side of Soul because this time you will be able to see how your teachers have to work through in order to deliver or to give or display the content, and of course the assessments that you have already experienced and you have already answered, no, or done the activity. So for this afternoon, I will just go through with you with the virtual classroom structure. It's just like a run through. Then setting up the content sections. How would you be able to manipulate it? And then I will be assigned for the creating of instructional materials. I will be assigned to do labels, file, the URL, book, and then folder. And then Sir Fredley here, who is our training specialist. That's why he's here, because he's the one to really facilitate us in whatever training it is for Soul. He will be the one to deliver to you how to do page and lightbox gallery. So without further ado, so that we won't be wasting our time, so we will by the way, everyone is given or is provided like um, a sample course so that you can actually also practice there, and that will stay with you until the end of the year, because you might want to experiment contents within your own sample VC, and then you would be able to you are able to also import it into the actual classroom. Okay, so let me share to you my our empty classroom. Okay, so everyone has this empty classroom in there. If you are able to open it, then you could actually just arrange your screen. No, you could just place this part of the screen at the other side, and maybe at the other side also your empty classroom. So we you might not be able to really um, follow everything in here, but at least you would be able to click and do something while I am also trying to demonstrate everything to you. So this is the structure. No, this is the structure. This is very familiar to you. So here are the topics. No, so the left column here is the topic, and then we have this. This is actually what an empty classroom looks like. When the teacher receives their classroom, it actually looks like this. So we have the introduction, and within the introduction we already placed the announcements. No, so the announcements here, even though if it's an open forum, it's not an open forum in a sense that the students cannot actually reply for the announcements portion. Only the teacher can post in the announcements portion. And then we go directly to the portion here is if the left portion is the topic column. We also have here, if you lack or there you still need new sections, you could actually click this portion so that you could add more sections. And then for the course dashboard, it will lead us to the grade book and open graders if you need to check on an open forum. Okay, so there you go. And then um also in here at this at the center portion of your virtual classroom is where you place everything, your content, your assessments, your quizzes, whatever it is, no? So um, the parts of the portion for content is you can actually edit the section heading. Okay, so for this one, and then you have these two important portions here wherein you click on create learning activity, and this one is for quick drop of or quick attachment of files, especially if you are to place just PDFs or kanang documents, no? So you could actually just drop it here for your students to download. But this is the more important one because everything is in here. Okay, so those are actually the parts, the two parts the major parts um, of your virtual classroom. And then if you go to the upper right portion of your virtual classroom, you have there the gear, no? So this is a very powerful gear because everything in here, no, everything in here is can be accessed, can be done, and even our the control for us teachers, it's all here, no? So most of the times, especially later on, no, later on, you will click on edit settings for a particular content, no? So kana ra siya. Now we go to creating instructional materials such as setting up the content sections. Okay, so how would we change the content section here? So is this editable? Is this movable? Can we delete them? Yes, we can. So we will just click on topic one. Okay, so I hope everyone can click on topic one so that we would be able to see the changes of um, the topic, no? So you would want to change the topic title. So you just simply click on edit section, okay? And then just change it to the topic for or the unit title or the topic title. So for me, like for example, for TTL1 is okay. So you could just place it here. For this portion here, we cannot place anything, just text. And if you'd really want to go through the whole 9 yards, you could actually place, like for example, an ASCII code, like a symbol, no? Pero not all symbols are accepted, so might as well just place text in there. In here, for the description, so what usually is placed in here is like a background. You could also place the objectives, no? Objectives of that particular topic, you could place it here. So what can be placed in here? Text can be placed in here. You could also place images, and then you could place or you could actually also paste your link from YouTube, no? It needs like a short, it's like a teaser video for that particular topic, you could place it here. Now, everything, now all the displayed videos that you can see in Soul, if you might have noticed in other classrooms of yours, they're actually uploaded in YouTube, and you will just place the link in here for it to automatically be accessed by the students within Soul. So what can you place in here? You can place text, um, images, and videos. Okay, so you could place it there. And later on, I will just give you some details on this one because this has the same function with label. So I will just expound on the functions here later on. And then we click on save changes. Let's just try to place also mm, Okay. Let's see. Okay. Okay. And then we click on save changes. O nga nung nawala ko. Di ko niya pasudlon. Let me stop sharing first. Okay. Let's proceed. Okay, so like for example, I will place here okay. And in here I will place right away my image, which has also the learning outcomes or the objectives also, or the objectives of your of the lesson. And then I click on save changes and it will have this display. Okay. And then if you want to add, okay, so what would you want to add? Now, how do we manipulate our topic? So in here, especially if you are still trying to create or to finish placing your content, you don't want your students to see it. So might as well hide it. So we have like 4 icons here. This is the move icon. This is the hide icon for the topic. You could actually delete. No, we could actually delete a topic. And then this one is it actually, if we click on this one, this becomes the current topic wherein when the students enter your classroom, it automatically is directed to this topic, meaning it doesn't go to introduction, it goes directly to this topic. So this is actually like a signal, no, that you are actually in this particular topic for this week or for this for this week, no. So you turn this on in order for the students not to journey around, no, or manghilabot sa uban. They could just go directly to that particular topic. So for example, you still are building or trying to finish placing your contents, you just click on hide topic. So that means it's not published to students, no. So there you go. And then let's try to place two more topics here. So I would want you to place two more topics, two more topic titles, so that you would also be able to uh, we would also be able to move the topics later on. Okay, so try placing topic titles there. Okay. Now this time, I forgot to place my first topic. I just place it here. Can I ever move it? So I can. So I will just place it in topic 3. All right. So in here, I am supposed to place the third topic for this one is supposedly my first topic. So how would I be able to move? So in here we have our move icon. So what I do is I will click on my the topic that I need to move, and then I click on the move icon. Okay, and it should be before gamifying the virtual classroom. So I click on gamifying the virtual classroom. Okay, and then in here I will see which the clickable wherein I could click on that one so that it goes before this particular topic. So I'll just click on that one, and it automatically is moved to the first as the first topic. So that is how it is. Now, for example, no, topics 4, 5, 6, and 7, you don't need them in the meantime, no, because it you feel like it's a distraction. You could actually just delete them if you don't need them. Anyway, you can create a new topic, no, so you could just delete them. Okay, if you are wondering why your topic cannot be changed, no, so it may be in junior high school or in the elementary. For those who have already started, you cannot change the title. It's because it is formatted in the weekly design, or the its weekly format, no, so you cannot change that one, no. So that's how it is for the topics. Sir Fredley.
Yes, ma'am.
So where can we edit the katong weekly, sir?
Click the edit settings, ma'am. Gear icon, then
Okay,
edit settings.
here. And then our course format, so it's topics format for us. That's why I was able to change the names, no? The names of our topics. But for the elementary and for I think junior high school as well, they actually have opted for weekly format. So if we click on weekly format, no, the rest of the others that were not placed with katunay topic titles, they are directly changed to week to weekly titles, no, so ingon ani sila. So you could actually see that one in the elementary and junior high. Okay, so that is how you manipulate your topic. So you could actually just change change or edit it with these icons, no. So in here, no, wala na siya current you current icon. If you have the weekly format, no, for the topics, there's no current icon anymore, because it is understood that the week is you are actually in the current week, no, so kana siya. That is also very good because diretso na ka nga, kabalo na ka nga, it's the current week. So you'll just click in there. The students will just click in there. Okay. So questions before we proceed with how to add contents to our classroom? Wala?
I think nasa chat box, ma'am.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, si Junros is asking sa topic 9, grade 9 topic format lang. Okay, rapod ni nga style, ma'am. Just asking. So in grade 9, it's actually topic format. Okay, so it's fine, no? If it's they're using that one, then it's fine also. So depende na siya sa teacher if the teacher has already used the topic format even in grades in grade 9 or in junior high, it's fine. Yes, we will just for us, because you will be joining the classroom of the teacher, so that means you will have to adapt on what the teacher is using, either it's weekly or it's topic format. Okay, so we proceed with our creating instructional material. So how does this empty, no? How does this empty kaning content portion become filled with content, no? Or the instructional materials. Let me just change it to so here I will just delete it. Okay, so the first one, so we have like for this afternoon we have like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 ways of presenting your um content, no? So unsaon siya. So this is these are your the contents would come in the form of text, pwede siya in a file. It could also come in the form of a video, or it could come in the form of a URL or a link, maybe so mga readings, no? So they could just come in the form of links. Okay, so those are just examples, and you could actually have more. So that means more formats, more types would mean also it could also lead to more a more interactive content, no? So in here, okay, so first is we create a label. So a label here is really something, it's just a holder. No, a label here is a holder. So as I have mentioned earlier, whatever you could do in this portion here, you could actually also do within a label. So how is it done? So we click on create learning activity, and then in here you actually have the choices of um, activities and resources. And if you want to like for example in activities, murag daghan ra kay siya, and then you just only choose the ones that you actually um, use, no? Always use. So for me, I always use books, no? So I will just click on the star so that I could access all those that I always use in that particular tab. But for the resources, we have these. So we click on label. Okay, so this is how it looks like. And in the label, okay, in the label, you could place, as I have mentioned earlier, you could actually place like um, text. You could also place images or videos, no? Or a combination, no? Pwede siyang combination. So let me okay. Okay, so most of the times, if you have like a label, no, so this is in most of the classrooms, it actually holds the videos, the YouTube videos that your teachers or the teachers have placed for the students to watch. So that is like the main purpose for the labels at this time, no, at this time. So for example, na ay video. Okay. Like you will just place the URL, no? So this is the URL from YouTube. You will just place it there and then you click on save and return to course. And then it automatically displays the video, so you don't have to do anything else. All you have to do is upload your video in YouTube and then place the URL here, and your students could actually watch the video here. If you will be given the task to do the demonstration, it's a pre-recorded demonstration, you could do that. So you could place it here. Another thing about this one, like for example, you don't just place like a video right away. You could have like a description before the video. So this video is about, or you just place the title of the video there, and you could actually have it center aligned. Okay, so you just click on this portion here because that means there are still other features that can be clicked or can be used below. And then you could actually also have it in bold. Unfortunately, we cannot have any other color, just that, but we also have just limited sizes when it comes to our font. So we have like the paragraph, the pre-formatted, and the heading. Most of the times, if it's not like the main heading, I just really just make it bold. Okay, and then as well as you could actually also have the center aligned and then save and return to course. If you need more text, you could actually also place it below. So that is the use of a label. So it actually holds your material for you to be shown here. The next one is the file. So the file is the easiest because if you just want to place the file there, I mean, it has already the correct file name. No, if it has the correct file name, you could actually just drop the file here, or yeah, you could just drag and drop the file there. But if you'd really want to like upload the file from the computer, so you again click on, sorry, you could just click on this icon here as well. And then, for example, here. So that is the file that I would want to show. So it's automatically also uploaded. Another one, like for example, I will just drag and drop. So from your window, from your Yeah. Okay, so you'll just open your Explorer window, File Explorer window, and then you can just drag the file. Like for example, I will just drag the file of another um, topic here. Like for this one, I will just drop the file here, you know. So instead of clicking and then uploading, I just drop the file and it automatically is placed here. So that is what you call file. So you just click on this icon here, and then you can just click on the file that you need to upload and then click on open. And all these files, when clicked by your students, will be downloaded as well. So they could actually have access to this one. I was asked to stop share because dili na daw makita. So let me share again. So you weren't able to see that I uploaded a file. Okay. Okay. Yes. Yes. Si John, no? You could actually do that one because yes, we are limited to only uploading file 5 MB when it comes to everything, no? Even our pictures, even our files, it's 5 MB. Nya kay bali mang dakuha sa file, that's why we have to have use a hyperlink, or yeah. So that will be next, no? What that would mean, like if the file is too big, then we have to share it to them through a hyperlink, not a file anymore. Okay, so how do we do that? Okay, so for example, okay, so most of the times, your teachers place it, or for you also, you could actually place it in your Google Drive, no? So Google Drive, and then okay, all right. So for example, the file is too big. All you have to do is, let me stop sharing. This time, you will have to share it through a URL. Okay, so I will share my Google Drive page. Okay, here. Okay, so how do you do that? Okay, so you just, for example, this one, you just right click and then get link. Okay, you click on get link. Sorry, time pa, wala day siya na share. Dili mao ang na share. Can you see it now, the Google Drive page? Okay, so you will just click on the file, right click, and then click on get link. Okay, now in here, do not choose anyone with a link, but click on the Silliman University, this portion here, because that would indicate that only those using the email, no, or their SU account, or who have turned on their SU account could access it. So it would also protect you. And then you just click on the copy link. Okay, you copy the link. Okay, and then we go back to our to our soul. So we click on, I will stop sharing first and then share our classroom. Okay. So we're here. Okay. So I would want to give the link here as well. So I click on create learning activity, and then I click on resources. This time I click on URL. Okay. Um, and then I place the title of that particular file or that particular topic, and then I paste what I have copied earlier in this portion here. Okay. And if you have more descriptions about this one, like please access it using your there. So if you have like instructions for a particular, if this is like something that you would want them to follow, or if there are instructions because it's an activity outside of Soul, then you could actually place it in the description portion. Make sure to click on display description and course page so that the students would see it right away. No? Okay, and then click on save and return to course. Okay, so it will actually give you a hint on what kind of content it is. Like for this one, so that means it's a document file, or yeah, it's a file that's uploaded. And if it's this chain, that means it's actually a hyperlink or a URL. So that will actually give you a hint, or that will give also your students a hint of what kind of clickable is in here. Okay. Murag daghan natang questions. Wala pa di ay mga yes ma'am pa di ay. Okay. Questions about hyperlinks and hyperlinks or URLs and labels. Labels and kaning file. Now these are actually the easiest to do. And yes, the easiest to do, but the most frequent that you are actually also doing, no, as a teacher, because we usually upload our files, our we also place our videos there. Yes, when do we use labels? Okay, we actually use labels, mom, in anything. Like for example, this one, I made use of a label to hold my YouTube display. Kuan siya. So you could actually make use of a label. Another one, ma'am, is like, for example, let me show you. Like for example, it's like my kana siyang marshag ako ang gihimo nga kanang border for like, these are my activities, these are my content. So pwede po siya. It could actually hold images. Like for this one, okay. Okay. How about a border? So let me just create uh, a label nga border. Border could mean like you could actually look into pictures or images nga border. Pwede ra pod og, like for example, pwede ra pod siya og I actually have used this one. Siguro for the students I had in the past, they are familiar with this one, that I just placed like a border that looks like this. No, so I just made like the asterisk, no, and then I just click on save and return to course. So naa na siya din ha, no? But it doesn't have to be placed there because I want it after the video. So how would I move it? So in all of the things that you upload or you place, no, you would see that there are icons as well, no? So na I move, na I edit, meaning you could actually change it, no? Na I edit, then naapod siya, you can delete, you can hide, and you can duplicate, no? So in all of them, no, katong mga files, URL, label, you could do the editing here. Okay. So for my label nga ako ang murag, I will just move it. Click on the move icon, and then this time, excuse me, I will move it after the video. So I will place it here, move here. So there. So I actually have a label. So it's the label is wala siya, it doesn't have so much, no, but it actually is a holder. No, it's a holder of things. Okay. Other questions before we proceed? Okay. What do you like, for example, the link? Okay, so this is actually also something that we are dealing with organization, no? We are dealing with organization and of course neatness within our classroom. So it's better for us. Okay, so you would want to have like make use of a hyperlink, no? But you would want to, like, for example, in here, no, kanisha, I would want to place like roles of technology for teaching and learning, but I am just providing the video. I would want you to access also the notes for roles of technology for teaching and learning. It's supposedly placed in Google Drive. So what I do is I will just edit this one, no, edit this one, and then just below I will place, click here to, okay, so let me go back to this one. Okay. So, Junros, you were asking kung igun ani ra diretso? Okay. Yeah. So most maybe you've seen some of your teachers is placing it there, no? So it's actually not neat to do that, no? It would also mean a lot of like this in a page would also mean nga ma-disorganized imuhang classroom, no? So don't, you could actually avoid that one. So what you do is place like a statement, no, a statement in there, highlight the statement, and then you have here the icon for URL. So this is actually, we're using actually a label, no? So a label really does a lot of things. Aside from the URL, you could actually place or embed a URL here or a link here. So you click on this icon and then just place the URL there. And then make sure to click on open in new window so that when they click on that one, they have to access it in another window, not in your SOUL classroom. And then you create a link and this becomes red. So what's red inside SOUL in your classroom is actually clickable. So that means it's already a link, no? So you click on save and return to course. Okay. I hope I answered your question, Junros. Okay. So how do you duplicate? No, how do you duplicate your content? Okay. How do you duplicate your content? No. You mean Jay, was it Jay?
Yes,
Who asked
ma'am.
that? Yeah. How do you duplicate? Do you mean duplicate in another section? Anna, or duplicate it here in another section?
Another classroom, ma'am. For example, grade 7 here, yun, then all the contents that you have, then you will transfer it to the another section ma'am, or classroom.
Okay, so that's what you call importing, no? Importing. So we will, if we will have time, if we have time tomorrow, we will include that one, importing. Yes, I know that it will be. Importing is important because if you are into so many sections, or maybe like 3 sections and same year level, you will actually make use of the same content. You will have to place it in one, make sure that you have to place it in one section first, and then you could import it to other sections later on once it's prepared in that section. Okay, so we will have to do that one later on, hopefully by tomorrow. Okay, sige. Ma'am Gina, for announcements, we could actually also make use of a dialogue. It's like grouping, no, grouping in a dialogue. But because the dialogue here, it could also be our parang murag group chat, no? So group chat. So most of the times, but the thing, ma'am, is if we place it in the announcements portion, they could actually also, it's like a double announcement, because they could see it here when they enter the classroom. They could also receive it in their email, so they could receive it twice. They could yeah, they could access it twice. Unlike for yeah, for the dialogue as well, no, if there's a new there's a new like post for the group, then the group would also see it, no? So there, ma'am, pwede po siya. Yes, you could actually, we could actually announce or do the announcements in the dialogue. So questions before we proceed? Murag wala na, murag easy pa man, no? Wala pa man na overload. Oo, because it's just the first hour. Okay, sige, let's proceed. Okay, so for the next one, we have the book. Okay, so this is something that's really very useful, no, very useful for us, because when we talk about the book in our in soul, it means the book could hold many things as well, images, even hyperlinks, even your videos, no? So anything that could be that could be held by the label, it could also hold the book could also hold that. um so how would we make a book? Okay, so what is the purpose of a book? It is, aside from the fact that it could also help us out in grooming our classroom, because that would it would mean the subtopics are really arranged, no, in the book. It would also, it would also be helpful to, there's really like a sense of reading through a book, no? It's actually an ebook. So how would you do it? So we click on create learning activity and still its resources, and then we click on book. Okay, and then we give the name of the book. Most of the times the book's name is the sorry. Okay, the book's name is the topic name, no, the topic name. Okay, so just to give you an idea of how it would look like, no, so how it would look like, um I will just share to you and a finished book. Okay, so it would look like this. So this is like the title, and then these are the contents of the book. So for my book, there the contents are all videos, no? So these are all like pre-recorded demonstrations, so on and so forth. Okay, so for those who were with us in our soul, in the other soul, what you have seen in there are actually templates of what we made use of books, no? So ingon ana siya. Okay. So how do we make our own? Okay. So going back, okay. So we place here the title of our subtopic or topic, and then the description. So maybe like for me, I actually also place um, let me okay. So I actually also place the the objectives, and then especially because I am dealing with videos, I also place the duration of the videos, or the duration, yes, the duration of the videos if you watch the videos for that particular subtopic. And I also incorporate in here, no, that's why there's also another a hyperlink in here. I also incorporate the the link to the PDF for this particular topic. And then once you click on save and return to course, it's already there, but we don't have contents yet. So what we do is we click on the title, okay, and we're automatically given the first content for that particular book. Sorry. So again, our book could hold a lot of formats. It could still hold our text if you would want to place your text here nga mura jud siya libro, so pwede po na siya. And then if you want to place your, for this one, for the book that I will be making, I will just make use of my videos for me to, for my students to access. Okay. So this is actually just a URL of my YouTube video, and I click on save changes. Sorry, wala siya title. So the title is okay, and then save changes. Okay, so napakay ganahan i-add. So how would you be able to edit it? So what you do is in here na siya turn editing on. So you have to click that one. You have to click that one in order to add more and even to edit what you have placed. Okay, so you click on turn editing on, and it will give you these icons. So what does this mean? So you click on this one to access, no, to access or to edit. If you don't want this content, you can delete. If you want to hide it because it's not relevant for now, you could hide it. Or you want to add more content. So if you want to add more content, you click on the plus sign. Okay. And you have the option to make it in the same level of that content, no? Or it could be a sub-content of the previous content. So you have a choice. So for example, no, it should be okay. it should be like a sub-content of the previous content. So what should we do? I click on sub-content. And then I place the title as well. There. And then I click on Save Changes. Okay. So you will see here that it actually becomes a sub-content, no? So there you go. Okay. And then I would want to add one more. This time it's not a sub-content anymore. Okay. And then you click on Save Changes. And there you go. So you have like two contents with one sub-content. Now, how about if you'd want to edit? Maybe you would want to add more descriptions or more content within that particular level. So you click on Turn Editing On, and all you have to do is click the gear. No, so for example, I would want to add more to this one. So I click on the gear. Okay. And then you could actually also add more. No, pwede pa nimo siyang adan og daghan. Okay. And then click on Save Changes. And that's how it would look like before you go to the main page to see the effect, not to see the book itself. You try to click on Turn Editing Off. No, you have to turn off that mode there, or that button there, and then you click on the main topic, and this is how it would look like. Okay, so that is how it would look like. Now, it would be better, I suggest that you place really something in the description portion in order to have this kind of effect na mura siyang book, because sometimes if it's empty, if I may, no, if that is empty, mura ra siya wala kayo effect, no? So even if it has, it's murag chada unta siya, it's a good content holder, but because you don't have like any descriptions here, it dili kayo siya, it's not something that's eye-catching or attractive to access, no? So that's why it's also needed to have or place some description there, no? Description, or at least also maybe an image. Okay, there. Sige. Any questions on books? Maybe you'd want to try placing books there for 5 minutes. Questions? Murag na busy na mo, bitaw, oo. Well, already done, ma'am. So you have already followed. Okay, good for those who have already tried, maybe with your mentor. No, you have tried also some of the features for resources here. Yes, the one that I have actually placed instead of videos. When I talk of videos here, videos from YouTube, no? So the ones I have placed here are videos from YouTube. You cannot just place videos from Google Drive. Mucha, Miss Gold. We cannot place the ones from Google Drive. If you want, you could just place the link, no, link lang, no? Still they have to access it in Google Drive. Okay. Other questions? Okay. What do you mean? I was able to add a section using hyperlink just like in upskill. Same result. Same result sa gihapon na, ma'am. What do you mean by this, Seb? You can talk.
Kuan ma'am kanang sa using sa kadang create learning activity ani ma'am then
Yes.
katong sa task nga add add og activities then pag gamit
This
na
one.
ako sa kanang like kaning kaning sa hyperlink ma'am kay
H5P?
kato H5P man ang gamit ato ma'am kay wala may file nga maigo parehas lagi hapon og nigawas ma'am pero at the same time kay I needed to put a hyperlink then kanang kato ganing sa dili gani ma-open ang video unless mo tan-aw atong previous content gani ma'am.
Yeah, those are restrictions, no? So
yeah, same
you mean restrictions, no?
yes ma'am,
So
same steps raman to gihapon ma'am sa pag-add pero minus
yes.
the setting the restrictions.
Yeah, minus setting the restrictions. Like for example, this one, no? So that is another one and napod, no? So setting the restrictions. Anyway, we still have daghan patag time. So Sir Fredly, if I may, pwede ra mag restrictions lang ta, okay? So setting the restrictions, it's important as well because so that dili ra agian sa inyong estudyante, no? Dili ra agian sa inyong estudyante ang inyong gi-post nga content so that they would really access it, no? Like for example, for this one, for this one, they cannot access this if they're not done or if they have not accessed whatever is above, no? For example, kanilang tempa ha. Itong i-delete ni. Ay, sorry. Okay, so let me try this one, no? So for this one, if we click on this file, okay, so this means na siya let's go back. Okay, for this one, if we edit or click this one, this pen here, we have these settings for that particular content. So I will click on activity completion, no? So activity completion here, no? I don't just let my students click manually because kung manually ra i-check ra po na without reading, no? So show activity as complete when conditions are met. I click on that one, no? And then kanus-a siya, like for this one because it's a reading material, no? Kung kanus-a siya available. No, so I will really give them mga time, no? So might as well not do this one kay kanang gamay ra ang restriction. So let's make use of another one. Like for example, sige, I will just duplicate it. Okay, so this is actually one thing, no? Pwede siya nimong ma-duplicate, no? For example, this is actually part 2. Part 2 ko no ni. Okay. So they have to access part 1 first in order for, or view part 1 first in order for them to view part 2. Most of the times, kung kanira ipa-click, no? Kung kanirang kaning this icon for completion ang ipa-click, all the students will just click it without even watching the videos. So what I do is I click on the edit icon and then click on activity completion. This time, no, show activity as completed, as complete when conditions are met. And then this time I click on student must view this activity to complete it. So that means they have to view the videos in order for them to be able to see the other video. So I click on save and return to course. The icon here is already different. So it's something that you have to view in order for it to be complete. Now, wala pa siya, there's no restriction pa on this side. So pwede pa silang makawatch. So in here, in the part 2, I would again click on the edit icon and then click on restrict access. This time restrict access. So I will click on add restriction, no? Activity completion. So I will click on activity completion and choose the activity that needs to be completed before this particular activity can be accessed. So for me, it's the part 1, no? So I will click on that one, okay? Okay, so must be marked as complete. So must be marked as complete because it cannot just be marked as complete manually. They have to view it in order for it to be marked as complete. So if these are done, no, so that means they cannot access this particular part 2 if they have not viewed part 1. Then I click on save and return to course. And then we already have the restrictions. Okay, so in here, this means that the students cannot see this, no, unless the student has completed this. So that is actually what you have experienced with restrictions, Seb.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So, yes, kaning Payan, unfortunately, wala siya control Z, no? So, we should be careful, especially in kanang mga, maybe control Z in, while you are in the kaning, while you are in the
Lighting.
label, kanang in the label or portion, pero, like for deletions, but there is like, it would also depend on kanang mga activities, no? Nga ma-delete. Like for example, this one, I deleted this one earlier, the video. So you could still have it in the recycle bin, no? It would actually depend, no? So I would want it restored. So naa siya. So these kinds of control Z wala siya ingon ana. So you really have to go to the recycle bin. But kanang within the editing mode pa lang, murag naara po siya when it comes to texts lang po. Okay. Other questions? How to remove restrictions? You have to go edit and then just remove the restrictions. Ana lang po siya. Sakto ba ko, Sir Fred? How to
Yes,
remove
ma'am.
restrictions?
Yes.
You have to, the way you added the restrictions, then you could actually also go through the same process and remove the restrictions. Okay. How about autosave? We don't have autosave also, no? So we don't have autosave, unlike in Google Drive or in any of the Google apps. We have autosave. Okay. Yes, for submissions for students, you could have it as draft. Pwede siya. Yes. But it's not actually autosaved. It's actually save, pero kinahanglan gyapon siyang i-save ang button, but you don't just publish it to students or you just hide it from students. Yeah. Same with sorry. Same with katong like for example this one, same with the um topic. You could actually also hide or show contents, no, per content. Like for example, kana siya, you still want to hide it, or maybe you are making an activity or a quiz, you could actually also hide it. Pwede na siya. Okay. Okay, so mag-uol daw siya book yang gigama kay mo brown out rag kalit, good luck. Okay, so what you do, no? So what you do is you have to save it by portion, no? Katubang, if you are in the book, Scarlett, okay, kung naa ka sa book karon, no? Anyway, this portion here, unless you have like many things, you have already placed so many things within this portion, yeah, wala pa ni mo ma-save. So if you have like added daghan-daghan na, i-save ra pod. Anyway, you could edit it, no? So pwede man mo na siyang ma-edit balik and then continue with what you have placed in there. Saan ni? Oh. Okay. Yes, sakto na siya, Seth. Save every paragraph. Oo, okay. Wala siya auto-save. Unsa maning prayer Dairylin bitaw, oo. Okay, yes, mag-save lang yun. Okay. So other questions before we proceed? Do you need like a health break of 2 minutes? 2 minutes ako na ihatag ni Sir Fredly na to, bitaw.
Ma'am, hi.
Yes, Payan.
Will you discuss today the, like for example, the sa ba na tawag, kalimot noon ko, platforms like meeting platforms like Gmeet, Zoom, or tomorrow?
Kuan siya. We cannot so you would need that. Sige. If we will have time, because it's still 5:30, no, and then I just have like we just like have a few na lang, no? So we could add that one. Sige, we will have that. So in here, in Seoul, we actually also have like Zoom, no? I hope everyone has already we have received already emails from some of you who would want their accounts to be integrated, especially for Zoom, no? So we will tackle on that one maybe for 30 minutes payan later on. So we could do that. Okay? So let's continue na lang para wala na lang kuno tay health break, no? You could have your own health break na lang, no? So kuan na sorry. We are already in folder. So folder, I will be the one to do folder, Sir Fred, no? Okay. Sige raga ko an si Sir Fred nga. Okay, ma'am, sige. Gipasagdaan ra ko niya. Bitaw pasagdaan in a good way. Okay. So, let's go back to folder. Sorry. Oh, so this is what happens if you have not turned off, or you haven't turned off your book katong editing button. So wala siya mogawas. You have to really turn it off before you could really go to where you would want to in your classroom. Okay, so let us continue with folder. So unsay what is the purpose or the use of a folder in Soul? So ang ako alang, no, I make use of a folder it's really more of organization purposes, no, because if I would have all these in just there, you know, I know that, like for example, I group my files. Like for example, if these are the files that need to be downloaded, I could just place it in a folder so that isa ka isa ka download lang na siya sa estudyante. Instead of each one to be downloaded by the student, I will just place it in the folder. Everyone in who have been with me in TTL2 have already experienced the folder when we had our Adobe Photoshop. No, I placed it in a folder. All the materials or all the images that needs to be edited, even the even the um even the file for you to follow, I placed it in a folder. Okay, so how would you make a folder? Okay, so we click on create learning activity and still resources. Okay, and then this time we click on folder. So for example, ang akong folder, okay, in here I have like I have placed my folder. I've placed all notes in my unit 1 in a folder. So what do I do? Okay, and then just place okay there. So that is just what I will place in my description portion. In here, I will just place my I will just place my okay. You can also have, you could directly drag and drop, no? Pwede gihapon na siyang ma-drag and drop. But if you'd want to upload it also, you could actually also do that. Okay? So, tinagsagid siya nimo nga i-upload. Okay? Okay, in line with the course on a separate page. I usually place in line with the course so that I could also you could actually also place folders within, pwede gihapon siya. And then we'll have to add more files. Okay, we have 2 now. We click on the file icon. Okay. Okay. So these are all downloadables, no? So you could actually just click on save and return to course, and let's just try to see how it would look like. So here, no? So the folder would let you would let your students just click on download folder, and all the things in there can be downloaded with a folder, no? So unlike if you will upload it this way, tinagsaon nimo og download, but in here everything is downloaded, no, in one folder. So diha siya. Okay, so that is how a folder would be used. For how about the sizes of files, ma'am? Wala lang limitations. Again, as I have mentioned earlier, it's just 5 MB. No, so we are trying to also not just save no the space, but also because we would want to also have like a more kanang gamay nga size classroom, no, because especially if it will be like restored later on for another year, for another yeah, it will be restored in another year. If the classroom is very heavy, like for example the classroom is like more than 2 gig, it will really have we will have a hard time really uploading it or restoring it. If it's really too big, we cannot even restore it, no. So we would need to um, have the provider restore it for us, and it will take time. So we in all of the uploads here, it's always 5 MB. Okay. Then, sige, para naghan patang ma-discuss later on. Okay, so I think I am already done with for the instructional materials. Wala na question? Unya na human nimo Sir Fred. Okay, so Sir Fredly is like, I will give if we still have time later on after Sir Fredly, I will also demonstrate to you on how to place the Zoom links, the Google Meet links, and even the big blue button links. Okay, so if wala na question, I will give the floor to Sir Fredly, ang atong gwapong training specialist here in Seoul. So thank you very much, and I will see you later. Okay. Sir Fredly.
So, okay pa ba ta? Okay pa ta mga student teachers? Mata
Yes,
pa?
sir.
Okay,
Yes,
sir.
sir. Okay na okay.
Okay pa, sir.
Okay pa, sige, go. So, in my part, so basically, if you are done answering the survey questionnaire in this particular virtual classroom, the student teacher virtual office, most of you answered that you need to have the demonstration or highlight the demonstration about the page resource, and then we have the Lightbox Gallery. So in this case, I will feature the two most highlighted or requests by your. So we have the page resource, and then we have the Lightbox Gallery. So from this case, you can see in the virtual office of the student teacher, I also place a specific section there that says page resource section. So in here, I will just switch role to student. So gear icon, and then switch role to student mode. So this is the mode of the student. So from here, this is an example of a page resource. So can you see it clearly? Okay, this is the page resource. So basically, I will just admit this participant. Okay, so in the page resource, so basically this is the description of the page resource. So the page resource is not new to us because we already see different pages like in a specific website, just like Facebook or any other social media. We can see that we have lots of pages or web pages. So the same as goes when you use the page resource in our mySOUL. So the page resource, you can integrate plain text, images, sound files, video, or web links from a specific website or third-party applications. And also, the advantages of having this page is for you to easily see the content or the information displayed in a specific micro-learning lesson. So I'm talking about, for example, in this case, you will see a page resource lesson. So in this case, this type of resource is format in a page. So the parts of a page resource is we have your page title, wherein it will display, of course, the name of the page. And then we have this one. This particular section is called the page description, wherein you can integrate, again, as I said earlier, you can integrate plain text, images, sound files, video files, or web links. And then here below, this will hold the page content. Okay, the page content wherein this is the main page. If you click the read more, so the read more there is a function of the page resource that will display you the entire page of this particular lesson. If you click the page title, the page resource, and then the read more, the same will show you, or it will have the same output. So if you click the read more, then it will show you the entire content of that particular lesson. So this pertains to the page content, wherein you can integrate plain text. So for this one, you have plain text. You can have the hyperlink or hypertext, and then you can integrate videos coming from a third-party apps or or any other social media. In this case, we have a YouTube video. You can integrate that one, and then plain text also. So it's a matter of how you display the page content in different multimedia elements. It could be text, video, a sound, or web links, and so on. So in this case, so we already know that I will just give you a short demonstration of what is page resource, and then we will have a thorough demonstration on how to use the page resource. So here, what is a page resource? So as I said earlier, a page resource creates a link to a screen that displays the content created by the teacher. So you as a student teacher. The text editor, this is available in a particular activities in our mySOUL, just like earlier we have the book, we have the label, wherein we can edit the text and we can add links, or we can add images, sounds, and etc. So it allows the page to display many different kinds of format, such as plain text, images, audio, video, and combination of all these multimedia elements. So pages are more accessible than uploading word process documents. So just like MS Word. So particularly if the document just contains text, can be read and not downloaded. So my suggestion is you will use the page resource. So instead of making use of the file resource, you will use a page resource because that is only good for displaying information in a plain text, for instance. And it is viewable in if you are using mobile devices, just like your mobile phones, and then you can easily see that particular information in a text and then in a video. So instead of downloading, so why not use the page resource? So here, this is a short video that this is the overview of a page resource, how it is done. And this is the step, basically, how to create a page resource. So later, I will demo regarding how to make a page resource. And then here, when to use a page rather than a file. So use a page if the document doesn't need to be printed. So basically just for viewing purposes. So you can just incorporate that one, use the page, and then add different multimedia elements, text, sound, or video. You need to update it fairly often. So in this case, basically it is easily being updated because this is not in a file resource mode. So basically you can easily update that particular content or page content. So you don't need to impose strict control over the way it looks because this is a pre-made structure for the page resource in our mySOUL. So your students may need to refer to it so they can use their smartphones in accessing this page resource. So frequently, this is used for, or the pages is used for displaying references, list of references, timetable, schedule, tutorial groups, or reading list. So why a page and not a file? So basically, it opens directly. No need to download and open with proprietary software. Just like, for example, if you are uploading a file that is in the, basically, if you are uploading a file that is in MS Word, so for a lighter version of it, you can use the docs, DOCX for a lighter version for Microsoft Word. That's the format for lighter version. And then you can convert that one to PDF file. And another thing is you can use the Google Drive file link. And then it can be easily accessed by mobile devices or smartphones, as I said, if you will use the page resource. So much easier for a teacher to edit. So much more accessible and readily configure for reading. And then here, so can contain links to files, to web pages, or glossary entries. So for example, the common usage for the page is they will use it as a lesson summary, and then a vocabulary list or list of vocabularies. And then you have the resources or displaying the resources as well as the supplementary videos. So just take note with this one, if you are making the page resource, be careful with pasting from another document. So if you have a file that is in MS Word and then you just simply copy paste directly to the page resource, be careful with this one. So be very careful when pasting from Word processed documents such as MS Word, as it can add extra code to your page and stop your course working correctly. So if you don't want to type the text out manually, then here are some suggestions. So open the document. It could be in an MS Word or just a plain website where you just simply copy the text or images. And then in here, you just simply open the document containing the text you want to paste in your new page and copy the text ready to paste. So just like you will open a notepad. So if that is a plain text, you will just copy the text from a website or MS Word and then copy that one to a notepad. Or for Mac user, so text editor is that the term, text editor in the Mac user. So that's the very basic on how to copy paste the page content basically in a particular plain text if you are using that displaying of the page content. So that is that is the basic knowledge of the page resource or the usage of page resource. So we will make a page resource. So questions or clarifications regarding the descriptions? Okay. So in here, so I will just go to my sample virtual classroom. So example, open your ST sample course. And then here, so we will make another content section. So click create a new section, and then let's name it. We will have the micro learn approach. So example, this will be the page resource. So in the page resource, so you can have in the page resource section, you can have the objectives. You can place your learning objectives, and then you can click create sections. So in this part, we are just simply creating a section in our contents or in our table of contents. So here, to make a page resource, first is just click the create learning activity button. So again, please locate whatever particular section, and then click the create learning activity. And then after that, it will open a new window or a pop-up window that displays the activities and resources. So we will go to the resources tab. So this will be the activity chooser for this part. So we will click the page. So you can see here, we have the I icon. This pertains to the description showing what basically page is. So if you click the I icon, so it will show you the basic description of it, and then you can click here for more help or for more information about the page. But in this part, I will just use the page. So I will just click the add button. Click the add button, and here you are redirected to the page resource. So again, the components for the page resource is you have your page title. So example, we do a micro learning approach. So we have page resource. And then here, this pertains to the page description. For instance, if you open a specific file, so example, Microsoft Word, so you just simply copy your particular text or image. So in my case, I will just simply copy the page description in the form of image. So I will just copy and then paste. So I will paste this particular image in this particular section. So this pertains to the page description. And here is the page content. So basically, this is our main page. So we will do
Ay,
here. We will do here is just
ay, nakamute eh.
you have question, Taripe. Okay, so I guess let's proceed. So we have here, we have in the page content. In the page content, we will just simply copy our information that we need to display in this particular section in the main page. So here, I will just simply copy from my Word file. So for example, here, I will just copy this one and then paste this to this particular section. So I just copy the text of page resource, and then I simply give the video link coming from a YouTube, and then I give some text. So I will just format it by the use of our text editor. So this is the editor. So basically, description section and then the page section, you will see here that we have available text editor. So we can just format the text. Example, bold. And then here I will add link to a specific stance. text editor, I will link that one to a specific website. So I will just copy first the particular URL or the web address of that particular website. And then I will select the text and just click the link icon. And then first is you need to click the open in a new window. So once click particular link, it will redirect to a new window, have information. So for this one, I just simply copy the link from a URL address. And then after that, you just simply click the create link button. So in this case, this is how you simply add the page content. It could be in the form of plain text or usage of the hyperlink or videos and etc. So from this part, you can see here that this is the main parts of the page. We have page title, we have page description, we have page content. So the required portion is we have the page title and then the page content. But again, you can also have your description. It's optional, by the way, regarding the page description. And then here, if you are still making the page resource content, so my suggestion is you should hide from students. Okay, hide from students. And then here, the appearance. So let's check the appearance. So the same. And then we can do restrict access if we want to have a certain group or a certain people will access this particular page resource. You can do that by just clicking or the add restriction button. And then here, the completion. So here, in every resources, my recommendation is you will set up your completion tracking. So as Ma'am Alfie said earlier, that dili lang siya laktawan lang, like example plain, displaying all the information and then ang mga estudyante is bisag asa sa moadto. So for in that case, you should have add a restriction access, and then after that, the completion, activity completion. In activity completion, in every activities or resources in our mySOUL has its own different format for the activity completion. So for this case, I have 3 modes of activity tracking. So the first one is do not indicate activity completion. So what does it mean? So basically, it will not show you, if you can still recall, we can see the icon with exclamation mark, a circle with exclamation mark, a circle with check mark, and then none. Or if there's none, so you specify that activity completion that is good only for viewing. So you do not need to indicate that one as activity completion if that is good for viewing purposes. In that case, so it could be in a form of introduction or basically showing the faculty and staff of that particular department. So in that case, do not indicate that one as an activity completion. But for my case, I will indicate this one as a page resource as show activity as completed when conditions are met. So if you click this one, so they need to view this particular resource and then automatically the system will mark this one as completed. So just tick this particular checkbox, select this particular statement, student must view this activity to complete it. And then after that, if you are uh, if you are editing the settings in the right side part. So the important thing there is you need to edit the visibility. If you are still making the page resource, just see to it that this particular resource is hide from students. And then here, it's up to you if you want to have a restrict access regarding this particular resource to be viewed. And then here we have the completion. The completion is, this is the mode, but in this part, I use the third mode, which is shows that activity as completed when conditions are met. So basically the system will just automatically mark this one as completed if your conditions are met. And then if you're done editing, you just click the save and return to course. So this is the view of your page resource. So you can see here, this is not published to student. If you are ready to deploy this particular resource, so just click the 3 vertical dots and then click show. And then here, this is the view. You have the page title, the page description in an image form. And then you have here, if you click the read more and the page title, it will go to the main page of that particular page resource. So questions or clarifications regarding page resource. In this particular part, you can integrate videos coming from YouTube in the page resource. So yes, Seth, you can integrate YouTube video links. Questions or clarifications regarding the page resource? Okay pa ba ta? Or paspas sa akong pag-istorya? So naka-follow lang ang tanan?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So here, so that is the importance of page resource. Again, in a page resource, if you have large amount of content, so as you can see in the screen, so if a large amount of content, it is recommended that you will use a book rather than a page. Okay. So here, a page may be used to present the terms. So just like as I said, it could be, you can use the page as a vocabulary or list of vocabularies, lesson summary, and conditions of the course or summary of the course syllabus. And then here, you can also embed several videos or supplementary videos or sound files together with some explanatory text. So that is the usage of page resource. So, okay na? Okay na, so let's move forward to Lightbox Gallery. So, can you use the reactions button, thumbs up kung proceed na ta sa Lightbox Gallery? Okay, thank you. So here, so I will just go back to the virtual office, our virtual office. So for instance, here, I will just return to my normal role as a teacher. And then here, I will just open this particular section. So what does Lightbox Gallery do in our mySOUL? So I will just switch role to student. Again, don't forget, click the gear icon in your virtual classroom and then switch role to student if you are converting your role as a student or as a teacher. And then here, I will go to the Lightbox Gallery. And then I can see here, this is the description of the Lightbox Gallery. So I will just show this particular Lightbox. Okay. So from here, so click the Lightbox Gallery or the section. So what does Lightbox Gallery do? So basically, it enables the your students or learners to view a gallery of images, wherein they can also or add comments or suggestions regarding that uh, particular group of images. So in this example, this is the example or the overview of the Lightbox Gallery. If you click my suggestions, if you will use the Lightbox Gallery, you should make a call to action statement. So just like for this example, I have a call to action statement that click here to view the steps in baking. So if I click this particular Lightbox Gallery, so these are the thumbnails. So the reduced version of my image. So if I click this particular image, then it will focus, okay? It will enlarge. So I can see here that I can go to next image, and then you can also preview. You can also download this particular image. So this is just viewing purposes of this particular format of displaying a lesson, showing you the example in this part, the steps in baking cookies. So as a student, you can also add comment, okay, as general. So example here, I can see here that I have a text editor, so I can add my comments. So example, that is my comment. So I can also add this uh, particular comment to this gallery view or the Lightbox Gallery. So I can see here I have the timestamp. So basically the date and then the time of my comment, and then uh, all your learners or students also can comment. But in this part, it doesn't have a link. So this is just play mainly focus on adding comments to your particular series of images. So if you go back to your main course page or main home page, just click in the breadcrumbs. Okay, kaning breadcrumbs is prag technical, prato ng ilayman, so breadcrumbs payag tipaka. So here, this is your virtual classroom, and this is your section. So if you go back to the course page of your virtual classroom, just click here. If you want to go back to the particular section, then just click the Lightbox Gallery. Okay. So that's the overview of the Lightbox Gallery. So now we will add Lightbox Gallery to our virtual classroom. So I will just go back again to my ST sample course, and then I will add another section. So Lightbox Gallery, and then if you have here, you have specify the objectives you can include, and then create section button, and then we will add Lightbox Gallery. So to add, click create learning activity, This is the activity chooser. So we will use the resources tab, and then we will click the Lightbox Gallery. So if you click that one, it will redirect to the Lightbox Gallery settings. So the name of the Lightbox. So in here, so for example, let's say we have this particular Lightbox Gallery shows the SOUL office. So examples, like again, in making the Lightbox Gallery title, make sure that you have a call to action statement. Like example, click here. So for example, I have a call to action like click here to view this office of SOUL. So I can have a brief description. You can include because this is in text editor. And then here, all you need to do is just familiarize the 3 basic settings for the Lightbox. So here we have the title of the Lightbox Gallery, the description of the Lightbox Gallery, and then if you are still making the Lightbox Gallery resource, so just click hide from students. And then you click the advance, and then here, images per page. So you can have it by 10, 25, 50, 100, or 200. So in my case, I will use the default, like show all. And then you can have the display caption, display full caption text. So you can set it to yes. So if you have example an image, and then you have a particular caption there, and then you want that to be revealed in full text, so you can display the caption in full text. So change that one to yes. And then here, resize. So if you want to allow comments or feedback coming from your students, so you can click the yes. If there's none, so click no. So it's up to the teacher, or it's up to you. And then here, so make public, so yes. So after that, okay, so here again, let's review. So we have the Lightbox Gallery title, description, visibility, the advanced setting. So we use the default part, and we display full caption text. And then here we edit the allow comments, so yes, and we make it to public. And after that, you have also the second, you have restrict access. If you want restriction in that particular resource, then you can do. And then here, the activity completion. So I have here. So here it will show activity as complete when conditions are met. If you will click, the students can manually mark the activity as completed. So you will see a circle with check mark. So that means that the learners will just tick to that particular circle with check mark, and then automatically that particular resource is being completed. If you click the show activity as complete, so you need to set the condition. So they must view that particular resource. So in that case, I will use the third one. So here, after that one, so you just click the save and display button. So after adding that particular call to action statement, and then you have your brief description, you can now add images. Click the add images. And in here, you can simply drag and drop, or you can click this particular file. For example, in this one, if you will use the drag and drop portion, so make it sure that you open your file explorer. So for this one, for this case, I will just open my desktop. Okay. So here, so for example, can you see now the pop-up window for the file explorer? Makita na, okay. So from this one, you can first step is you can simply drag and drop. So for example, if these are the images that you want to show to your learners. So example, this one. So you just simply if you are using desktop computer, you just simply click the control key and then click that particular images that you want to include in the Lightbox. An example, this 4 images. So you just simply drag, and then you can see here that we have 4 images. We simply drag and then drop to the particular drop zone for the file. And then automatically it will upload. My suggestion is that you should rename that particular file, or you should edit the file name for sequencing, proper sequencing for that particular viewing of the image gallery. So after uploading the file, so you can click add images. So in here, this is the thumbnail, the reduced version of the main image. So in here, you can edit this particular caption. So example here, I will just click turn editing on. And then here, you have specific functions. So the student teachers or teachers can edit the caption, delete the caption, flip the image, resize the image, rotate the image, tag, and then thumbnail. So in this tag and thumbnail, it doesn't work well. So my suggestion is you can still edit or use the caption, the delete, the flip, the resize, and then the rotate. So for this one, caption. So click caption, and then here you can edit this one as like view of the ground floor. So you can, after editing the caption, you can click update. And then you can go back to the gallery. As you notice, we have here the ground floor view of the soul. So since we changed the setting to display description in full caption, so it will give you the full detail about this particular image. So the same goes as if you would like to have here this example, this one. So you will edit the caption, so you can include so example here, you have the statement, and then click the update button, and then you click back to gallery. So in this case, we turn editing off. Okay, so this is the view for the caption part. So let's go back to our main page. So again, you can use the breadcrumbs. So you can go back to the Lightbox Gallery section. and then we will enable this one, or we will show it to our learners or our students. And then here, I will just switch role to student. Again, for the thumbnails and tag, you can, in this part, it's not functioning well. So we will not edit that particular editing parts sa thumbnail and tags. So we will use the basic lang, katulang siyang caption, and edit, delete, and rotate. So in here, so I will just switch role to student part, student role. And then here, I will go to the Lightbox Gallery. And then I can see here my sample Lightbox Gallery. So if I click this one, this will be the thumbnail. And you can see that in full text caption. So if I click this particular image, then it will have the full text caption. And you can download it. And also you can add comment. So you can add comment like for example, that is your comment for that particular series of images. So add comment, and then here you can have here the comment and the timestamp, so the date and time of your comment. So basically, if you are asking how will we, when is the right time to use this particular resource in our virtual classroom? So again, it's up to the teacher's pedagogy in how to use this particular Lightbox Gallery, but some of the common pedagogy, they will use this particular resource as first, if you have a procedural method. So just like if you are showing them how to, step one, how to bake a particular cookie. So in that case, you can have that one as in procedural mode of displaying, just like as I show you earlier. Okay, so that's the first one. The second one is if you are just simply giving them the information of what are the facilities offered in that particular buildings, then you can have the Lightbox Gallery in showing that particular images and a brief caption. And then you can also incorporate or add interaction to it by just simply making a Lightbox Gallery into a sort of, it's like giving an expression like add or comment to that particular image. So in that case, you can still have that particular activity. So it's just like more on micro learn activity. So what I am talking is just simply, for example, I will use the Lightbox again, gallery, create learning activity, and then I will just add, go to the resources tab and Lightbox Gallery, and then here, comment on this series of images. And then you have a brief description. Or brief description about this particular activity. And then again, you can click the advance and then images per page, and then display caption in full text. So yes. And then allow comments for our learners. So yes. And make it public. So yes. And then it's up to you if you want to have the restriction or the activity completion. So in this case, I will set the activity completion as students can manually mark the activity as completed. And then I will just click the save and display. So I will add image or series of images. So I click the plus icon and choose file, and then go to the pictures or the storage of your particular image. So just like, for example, in this one. So what can you infer about this series of images? So example, I have one image. So since I basically use this particular clicking of the file, so this is individual uploading. So upload this particular file. And if you want to add another, so again, you can simply drag and drop. So example, I have here, I make use of this one. So example, I will go to my pictures. So for example here, so I will add this one and this. Okay, so example, these two images. So I will add this one to this particular Lightbox Gallery, and then I will click the add images. So in that case, the student can comment this particular image. But then again, you can edit this particular Lightbox Gallery by just clicking the turn editing on, and then you can click the caption. And then example here, image 1, or you have your first image. So update, and then back to gallery. The same settings will do with the remaining images. And you click the turn editing off if you are done editing your particular image. And in that case, you can generate feedbacks coming from your student, but this is a plain comment on this particular image. So if they click this particular image, it will enlarge and so on. So clarifications regarding those 2-page resources in our mySOUL, the page, and then we have the Lightbox Gallery. Questions or clarifications? Questions? Okay, so you can, Scarlett, you can unmute yourself.
Thank you, sir. Sir, question regarding the Lightbox Gallery. Sir, is there a limit to a number of images or maybe a size, sir? Sa pila ka book makaya lang ma-upload, sir?
Again, we incorporated the file size limit to 5 MB. So again, in that case, you can also see in the editing mode of the Lightbox Gallery, we have advanced settings, and then we can see here, we have here the suggestion for the showing part. But again, we have a file size limit to 5 MB. So my suggestion is, again, you should save that one for a lighter version for images.
Thank you, sir.
Okay. So, but don't worry, because if that is exceed to the limit, then it will show up that exceed to a particular limit of that particular resource. So mo show up ra po siya, na po siya error message kung ni-exceed na ka sa limit. Kung wala pa, so you can still upload an images for that. So thank you, Scarlett. Okay, questions or clarifications? So I guess I will give in now to Ma'am Alf. Ma'am Alf.
Sir. Okay, so as promised, uh, I will demonstrate to you on how to use kaning Google Meet, and then also Zoom, how to incorporate it in Soul. Okay, so let me go back to, okay. So I will just have like, okay. So first is I will, pa din ako na show, sorry. Okay. So I will demonstrate to you first the two um, video conferencing tools that are already embedded or that are already a part of Soul. So we have Zoom, and Zoom, you can actually use it here, or you could incorporate it here if your account is actually registered in our list. Now we have actually like a list of integration of Zoom in Soul. So if you haven't registered yet, kindly just give us your email to us, no? Email na lang to us at soul@su.edu.ph, so that we will be able to place you or include you in the list, and you will be able to use whatever Zoom capabilities Soul has. Like for example, for me, I just click on create learning activity, and then click on activity, and then click on Zoom. Okay, so by the way, all of our incorporated or integrated Zoom here is the basic lang siya, no? So that means only the 40 minutes, but it could you could actually hold like your breakout sessions in here. Kung the breakout session, you have to edit your settings outside, meaning with your own Zoom account, in your own Zoom account. So in here, all you have to do is have that one, and then you just place the topic, like for example, live session for Unit 3. Okay. And then most of the times I just reclick the link after 40 minutes, because we are only given like 40 minutes. So just that. Okay. Now here, so what I do so that I could reuse this link, or I could reuse this Zoom feature, or this particular one that we are making now, that I could still reuse it in other times, no? I will just click on this is a recurring meeting. So that means it doesn't really specify the time when I will use it. So most of the times I just make one, and then whenever I do my importing later on, it's actually included in my importing. So that means it's something that I could use in one section. For as long as I am with that section, I can open that. The others cannot open it as well. So kana ra siya, this is a recurring meeting, no? So that is how it is. I don't dili na ko ana niya manghilabot. Most of the times for the waiting room, I enable the waiting room in such a way that the students cannot be there ahead of me, or whenever I join first, um when they could also join right away, so I would give myself time to also prepare. So I'll just place the enable waiting room, and then in here I usually do not allow them, no? So most of the times they cannot enter, no, they cannot enter the Zoom session if they didn't access it inside Soul. So it doesn't need this one anymore. Okay, and then right away I just click on save and return to course. and I have the link here. So it's as easy as that. Now, when it comes to the Zoom meeting. So again, if you haven't, if you try to click on create learning activity, and then if you cannot click, or it will give you an error message, that means that you are not yet registered, or you are not in the list of those who have integrated their Soul accounts in here. Their Zoom accounts in here. The Zoom accounts actually that you have are the ones that you use using your SU email. So um, all of the is it necessary, ma'am, that we will have Zoom accounts under? Yes, it has to be under SU email. So most of the times, if you email to us using your Zoom account, you're using your SU email, we directly actually um copy your email, your SU email, and that is already your Zoom account integrated in Soul. Anyway, you cannot use any other account, no, but your SU account, because you are actually inside Soul. Remember, you cannot go inside Soul if not for your SU account or your SU email. But can we offer our third party accounts? If you have like a premium account, okay, I would suggest that you make use of a link in a label, or a link using the URL. But most of the times, if it's the link using the URL without the HTTP or the intro there, it won't work. So you could actually still use your premium account using a link using a label. Pwede gihapon siya. Okay, Scarlett, yes, you're raising your hand.
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, question regarding the function na alternative host, ma'am. Pwede na mo magamit, ma'am. Kay usually, if not us, amo ang koan teacher mismo ang mag-una sa Zoom, ma'am. Dili kami nga student teachers, ma'am.
Okay ra siya for as long as not necessarily alternative host. Okay, so the teacher will have to be there, no? So kinahanglan siya if that is the case, because I really had a hard time also with alternative host. Sir Fredly, the alternative host for this one, it doesn't work. It doesn't work. We cannot like place the name of the person.
For that case, ma'am, it need to be licensed.
Yeah, so you have to make use of your premium account, no? Katong premium account nimo to have, or to have that alternative hosting capabilities. But for this one, if the teacher is the one who who is always there, so in ani ni siya, so we are also trying to help you out, especially with this one. If it is like the teachers, it's better that the teacher will be the one to make the Zoom sessions, no, or the Zoom links, because they are the ones who are always there for the Zoom sessions. Even when you're done with your part for that particular classroom or section, it's also the teacher who's always there. So I understand that in junior high school and in the elementary, you don't have to make this a Zoom session all the time, because naagyud siya kaugalingon nga kuan dere kaning section, no, like video conferencing room, no. So they would just click on that particular portion here, and then they have just one link in there. So I would advise that if the teacher is the one who is always with the students or the pupils in the in the live sessions, it's better that the teachers will be the ones to make the Zoom meeting. Anyway, during the session, the live session itself, the teacher or the host, no, can also give opportunities of screen sharing, so on and so forth. I hope I answered you, Scarlett.
Yes, ma'am. So as of now, ma'am, kay murag dili magamit ang alternative host pa,
Yes,
ma'am.
even if you place like a valid email there, or SU email, it doesn't work yet.
Thank you, ma'am.
And then if we don't have questions, do we still have questions for the Zoom meeting? Again, if you would want to use your premium account, you could make use of a label and then just place a hyperlink in there so that you will go beyond 40 minutes for your session. Okay, so if there are no more questions for this one, let us proceed with Google Meet. Okay, so I will stop sharing this one first, and then okay. All right, so in here, so you click on the Google Apps icon, and then you click on Meet, and you have here, sorry, wala daw na share. Oo, excited na kayo ko. Sige, I didn't click on share. Sorry on that one. So, balik ta. Okay, so you click on the Google Apps icon, and then you click on Meet, and then you click on the New Meeting button, and then you have the option here. Most of the times, I just click on Create a Meeting for later, or you could, yes, you could actually do that, and then click on the copy icon here so that everything will be copied. Okay, and then let's go back to our virtual classroom. Okay, and then we click on Create Learning Activity, and then Resources, and then URL. Okay, what I do is I actually place first the whole thing there so that I could I pasted it in the description portion so that I could really get even the HTTPS in there, and then click on Control C, place the URL there. Of course, I have to delete that, and then place. Okay, there you go, and then you just click on Save and Return to Course, and you already have your link. Okay, so actually this is something that's an external link, so it's not part of the activities, or the activities in SOUL. And then the third one is Big Blue Button. If you are assigned to be a student teacher with the elementary department, most of the teachers there are fond of using Big Blue Button. So how would you be able to use Big Blue Button? So similar to the Zoom link, no? For Big Blue Button, it's also part in here of the activities. So you click on activities, and then you just click on Big Blue Button here, and then right away you just place your title. Okay, and then you could actually place also description. Sorry, you could actually place also your descriptions there. Okay, so you also have an option if you'd want to have activity with recording, so that means everything that you do within the session is recorded. But of course, you have to know that with Big Blue Button, because this is like a basic account here, so we cannot have the recordings longer than 7 days. So it will just stay within the system, and then the students can access it within 7 days lang. No? So that is also the downside if you use Big Blue Button. But whatever is inside Big Blue Button actually is very it's actually also very user friendly and very helpful in making more a more interactive live session. But anyway, it's really up to us in making use of the things that you have learned, hopefully in TTL1 and TTL2, in order for you to innovate on how to make a more engaging live session, or a more engaging even synchronous session with your students, having um, more time to be engaged with the content. No? So there. And then you just click on save and return to course, and then right away also you have a link. So in both for the Zoom and the Big Blue Button, you can find it in your create learning activity, and then in the activities tab. Okay. And then for the Google Meet, you'll have to make use of the URL resource. Okay, so I hope that was clear enough for everyone. Questions? Questions? Wala na? Dili na lang ko mo question, ma'am. Wala na mo question? Yes, Scarlett.
Ma'am, question, but about dito sa kuan, ma'am, sa part about the section sa kilid gani, ma'am, katong topic 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Yes.
Ato dito, ma'am. Ma'am, if maka-decide mi nga kuan i-switch siya ba, ma'am, like topic 2 and topic 3 kay i-switch na ko sila og order, pwede siya, ma'am, or I
Yes.
need to kuan pa, ma'am?
You can move, no? Sige, let me screen share so that we could demonstrate that one again. Okay. Like for example, sige, ako ni siyang butangan og 1, 2, and 3 para klaro. Supposedly, this is like 2, no? Ay, sorry. Anong kani? For example, this should be like 2. But nalimtan siya nako. I placed it in as the third section or topic. Okay, so what I do, I would want to transfer it before unit 3 or lesson 3. So I click on that particular topic that I want to transfer or to move, and then I just click on this icon for move here. Okay, and then click on the section, or click on the section or the topic that goes after, the topic that you want to move. I would click on gamifying the virtual classroom, and then I'll just click this plus sign or this one, and then automatically it is moved. So Scarlett, is that kuan na? Okay na to siya?
Yes, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am. Abin na kog ang sections inside the sections ang pwede lang ma-move, ma'am.
No, everything.
But pwede
no?
po
So
ang
even-
main section, ma'am.
Yeah, the whole section.
Yes,
the
ma'am.
whole section. Yes.
Thank you, ma'am.
Okay. How about the others? Okay ra kung ang question was of the previous kato siya. Pwede ra gihapon. Mo-answer gihapon si Sir Fred. Sige, paano maging model sa Seoul? Maybe na I search next year pero graduate na ka. Anyway. All right. So I think we have answered, or we have covered more than what we have actually also placed for today. Tomorrow we will have. So what have we covered today? Um, we have covered actually how to manage our sections here. How are we able to um, how are we able to edit our sections in such a way that we can move. We could actually hide them if we're not yet ready to show them, and then we can delete it if it's not necessary, if it's not needed. Okay. And then we could actually highlight, meaning make it the current section whenever our students would enter the classroom. So that is how to manage our sections. And then we also, for the most part of the afternoon and the evening, no, we actually made demonstrations on how to manipulate with our resources. So for our resources, we have like 8 or 7, Sir Fred. No, so we started out with the file, the label, and then we have the URL. We have book, folder, and then Sir Fredley's was page and Lightbox Gallery. And because we still had time, so we also included our video conferencing tools, such as the ones that are already integrated in Soul, and that is Zoom and Big Blue Button. And of course, if you'd want to use Meet for a longer duration of live session, then you can also make use of Google. Sorry, you can make use of the URL in order for your Google link to be incorporated within Soul. Okay, so I think that's it for us for the evening. Um, okay, so I was tasked by Dr. Nasvik, okay, that before we go, if there are no more questions, then we should have like a photo opportunity before we go. So aside from the fact that it's attendance, then photo opportunity. So Sir Fredley, oh sorry, naapay synthesis and reflection from Miss Jessany Tan. So we give the floor to Miss Jessany. Hi, Dai. Yes.
Hello, good evening, everyone. So, in behalf of all the student teachers who are in this training, I would like to thank our student teaching supervisors, Dr. Bunyor and Dr. Naspik, as well as our resource speaker, Ma'am Alfie and Sir Freddy, for allowing us to show mySOUL in a different point of view. Now, upon seeing mySOUL from a teacher's perspective, I have come up with two encompassing words, which are time efficient and integrative. So I believe that mySOUL is time efficient because it allows us to perform the best that we can with limited waste of time. And this is backed up with two features from mySOUL, among the others. So these features are hide from students and move topics. So in hide from students, the teachers, that includes us too, the teachers can arrange or organize the lessons, so do with the assessments and activities that are needed in order to achieve the intended learning outcomes. And aside from that, move section is also an excellent way in managing the classroom, that because in move section the teacher has the advantage of rearranging the sequence of the topic, or the sequence of the entire strategy in teaching, and without necessarily deleting that particular section that was initially made. So that itself saves time. And now moving on to the second word, which is integrative. because although mySOUL has a lot of features that are already helpful in enriching the lesson, it does not restrict both students and teacher from accessing different content from different resources, maybe in the form of text, pictures, videos, URLs, and all those sorts. And which I think is very important because we also expose our students to different references. So with that being said, I would agree that mySOUL is an excellent example of making the most out of the things or the opportunities that we are provided with. And in that case, that's technology. So in order to conclude or end my sharing, allow me to say that although COVID has led us into dire situations that are obviously not to be thankful for, I'd like to say, and let us all remember that when life throws you lemon, make lemonade. So to my fellow student teachers, gambate kudasai, and we can do this. Thank you very much. God bless us all. I'm sure.
Thank you very much, Miss Tan. No, so yeah, as hope as she said, no, it's integrative. So I hope the things that you have learned also from EdTech and TTL, you would be able to also integrate in here, even if it's not inside Soul, you could also integrate it here. Okay, so um, Sir Fred, for our closing prayer, we will have our closing prayer, and after our closing prayer, we will have our photo opportunity.
Um, Good evening, everyone. Am I audible?
Yes.
Okay, let us pray. Thank you, Lord, for a successful virtual training. Thank you for the trainers, for their comprehensive teachings. And then thank you to our supervisors who are always guiding us. Thank you. May you be able to um, bless us as we apply what we have learned and to our future profession. Grant that we will be mindful that this is not for ourselves only, but these learnings are for the future service of our future learners, and make us realize that all our actions and plans should be done for your greater glory. Shower us your divine guidance so that we would be disciplined and will be intrinsically motivated to learn more. And may you send your Holy Spirit so that we would also be aware of the dangers that the coronavirus has brought us, and may you also heal those who are sick. Make us realize that without you, we are nothing. And this is all we ask. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
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 Okay, so a few seconds to prepare yourselves for the photo op. Oh, a few seconds ra gyud. Okay? Sige. Sir Fred.
Sige, dagan 3 pages
Sir?
ni siya.
Yeah, okay. So there are 3 pages. So we'll just have like a minute per page because we're at 6:57. Ingon si Sir Fredly, a minute per page. So kindly prepare yourselves.
Sige, sa
Okay.
page 1 sa ta. Okay. Show us your best smile. So 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, smile. Okay, for page 2. So you can take a photo po.
Yeah.
So 1, 2, 3, smile. And then for page 3, last page,
Say cookie.
say cookie. 1, 2, 3, smile. Okay, thank you.
Okay na, sir? Okay, so thank you everyone. Hope that everyone will be here by tomorrow. We'll see each other at 1 o'clock. So Sir Freddy will be sharing the link Will it be the same link, sir, or another link? Okay, so it will be another link. So he will just give us the link by maybe tomorrow morning. Okay, so thank you everyone. We still have another slide, sir. Thank you for joining us, DI. So for my former students, I'm so glad to see you here in the training. Bye everyone.
Hi, ma'am.
Hi,
Thank
ma'am.
you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Bye.
Happy
Bye,
birthday,
ma'am.
Giselle
Thank
Haro.
Happy
birthday.
birthday,
Thank you, Ma'am
Giselle. Thank you,
Alfie. Regards ko,
ma'am.
Ma'am
Birthday.
Alfie.
Face to
Happy
face.
Hi,
birthday.
Ma'am Alfie. Bye, sir.
Hello.
Bye, sir.
We miss you, Ma'am
Yes,
Alfie.
Doc.
Gimingog
Thank
giming,
you,
Ma'am
Ma'am
Alfie.
Alfie.
Ma'am, in kaso magkalibog-libog me along the way this quarter, ma'am, pwede ra may maka PM is the key ni mo, ma'am.
Sige ra magud mog PM is daki na ako. Bisan. Yeah.
Abuso. Frequently asked questions.
Yes. Sige, go. Yes.
Thank you, Ma'am Alfie and Sir Fred.
Bas.
Oh.
Kapit ka
Bye,
sa
ma'am. Ugma na po.
Oo,
Ah,
andaman na
hindi,
lang
ma'am.
lumpia dira
Tapos.
bay kay ready lang motor mo gos na ron.
Wala pa yung lumpia dito.
Ayaw sa mong
Okay.
panalaag kay level 4 pa ta. Oo.
Bye, ma'am. Thank you.
Bye, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.